Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market update, giving you everything you need to know before the market opens. I am here Monday through Friday with videos out before the opening bell. So if you aren't already, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and turn those notifications on so you can stay up to date with all of our latest videos. As always, we will be taking a look at exciting stock market news, our biggest gainers and losers this morning, as well as notable earnings reports. So here we go, starting off with stock market news. U.S. stock futures are once again mixed this morning, with the Dow futures down slightly by 0.1%, S&P futures up slightly by 0.1%, and NASDAQ futures up 0.5%. Investors are waiting to hear about President Biden's $2.25 trillion infrastructure plan, which he will be unveiling later this afternoon. The four-part, 8-year plan is said to be the most sweeping since the 1950s, and the administration has said that tax increases will fully pay for the plan, with the corporate tax rate increasing to 28% from 21%. In other news, shares of DraftKings have jumped after the sports betting company announced the acquisition of Vegas Sports Information Network, or VSIN, a multi-platform broadcast and content company. Through this acquisition, DraftKings' content capabilities will be enhanced, and VSIN's ability to grow its audience alongside the expansion of legal sports betting in the U.S. will increase, the company said. Notably, DraftKings is live with mobile and/or retail sports betting in 14 states, and VSIN has delivered trusted sports betting news, analysis, and data to U.S. sports bettors since 2017. In addition to its brand equity among sports bettors and engaging talent roster, VSIN also has an established infrastructure that DraftKings can immediately help expand, in the hopes of adding value to consumers who are looking to become more knowledgeable about sports betting. DraftKings does currently come in as a moderate buy, and just yesterday we saw 3 price targets reiterated that have quite the spread. One hold rating comes in with a downside of 18%, whereas one buy rating comes in with an upside potential over 72%. Amgen has agreed to acquire private biopharmaceutical company Rodeo Therapeutics Corporation for a total consideration of $721 million. This includes a $55 million upfront payment and milestone payments of up to $666 million. Rodeo is focused on developing small molecule therapies for the regeneration and repair of multiple tissues. Its development program complements Amgen's inflammation product portfolio and focuses on developing first-in-class therapeutics. The Amgen stock does come in as a moderate buy, with the most recent price target coming in 2 days ago with an upside potential of about 6.5%. Wall Street is feeling pretty optimistic about Bloom Energy, as the company has started the deployment of 40 megawatts of solid oxide fuel cells in the Northeast U.S. This deployment is under a Community Distributed Generation, or CDG, program. Bloom Energy's Managing Director Ivor Castellino said that community distributed generation can be a national model to provide small businesses and residential customers greater access and choice for clean and reliable power generation sources. A CDG program encourages the use of clean power within grid distribution networks. This reduces the stress on the grid while also decreasing pollution and costs. Users get access to cleaner, affordable, and resilient power. The Bloom Energy stock comes in as a moderate buy, with an upside potential of over 38%. And we also have Bioventus, who has acquired medical devices provider Bioventus for a total consideration of $110 million, including an upfront payment of $45 million and milestone payments of up to $65 million. Bioventus products include electrical stimulation exoskeletal devices, robotic gait and fall safety systems, and interactive software learning and recovering assessment platforms. Bioventus expects this acquisition to be revenue accretive and boost its multi-year revenue growth. It sees revenue for 2021 to be in the range of $390 to $402 million. The Bioventus stock does come in as a strong buy, with an average upside potential of about 24%. The most recent price target came in 5 days ago with growth potential of 49%. Now let's take a look at this morning's biggest gainers and losers. Starting off with our biggest gainer this morning, and that is Arcadia Biosciences. Under the ticker RKDA, they're currently up 34% in the pre-market. We also have Prophase Labs under PRPH, currently up 33%, and Greenlane Holdings under GNLN, currently up 21.5%. Now taking a look at our biggest losers this morning, we have Vertra Incorporated under VTSI, who are down 25% after a growth of 66% yesterday. 9 Meters Biopharma under NMTR, currently down 16%. And Romeo Power under RMO, currently down 14%. Now let's take a look at some recent notable earnings reports. Starting off with Lululemon Athletica, who reported better than expected fourth quarter results, and their fiscal 2021 outlook also surpassed street estimates. Lululemon's adjusted earnings per share increased about 13% to $2.58 and came in well ahead of the street estimates of $2.49. Revenues increased 24% year over year to $1.7 billion and topped the street's estimates of $1.66 billion. Total comparable sales increased 21% year over year. For fiscal 2021, the company anticipates earnings per share in the range of $6.30 to $6.45, significantly higher than the consensus estimates of $4.58 per share. The Lululemon stock does come in as a strong buy, with several analysts reiterating their price targets today, all ranging between 23 to 46% potential growth. We also heard from online pet retailer Chewy, whose shares were up over 10% in the extended trading session after the online retailer posted better than expected revenues in the fourth quarter. Chewy's fourth quarter revenues of $2.04 billion grew 51% year over year and beat consensus estimates of $1.96 billion. The company's gross margin expanded 190 basis points to 25.5%, while the adjusted EBITDA margin improved 290 basis points to 1.2%. The Chewy stock does come in as a moderate buy with an average upside potential of 23%. Two price targets have been reiterated today. One is a hold with a 3% upside and the other a buy with a nearly 50% potential upside. One company that did not exceed analyst expectations was Blackberry, whose shares have seen a drop in price after reporting fourth quarter revenues that missed street estimates. Blackberry's fourth quarter earnings of 3 cents per share declined over 66% year over year and were in line with the street's estimates. Lower top-line revenues and a contraction in gross and operating margins led to the earnings decline. Adjusted revenues of $215 million fell 26% year over year and missed the analyst estimates of $246.4 million. The Blackberry stock does come in as a moderate sell with a downside potential of about 10%. And lastly, we have HyreCar, whose shares have increased in the extended trading session after the car-sharing marketplace provider reported improved fourth quarter revenues. HyreCar's fourth quarter revenues grew 42% year over year to $7 million and fared better than the street's estimates of $6.84 million. Their top-line growth was driven by higher rental days. Rental days increased 41% to approximately 277,000 in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, HyreCar reported an adjusted loss of 23 cents per share in the fourth quarter, which was narrower than the year-ago period's loss of 27 cents per share. Analysts were expecting a loss of 16 cents per share. The HyreCar stock does come in as a strong buy, with an average upside potential of nearly 85%. The most recent price target coming in today from Northland Securities with a growth potential of 45%. Also in the pre-market, we're expecting an earnings report from Walgreens Boots Alliance, and in the after hours, we're expecting to hear from Micron, Virant, and Encino. So that is Wednesday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with everything you need to know before the opening bell. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out the TipRanks Twitter page to stay up to date with all of the latest market news. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you back here next time.